Why are the true scattered tribes of Yisrael, especially those of darker skin and African descent, still so hated, oppressed, and misunderstood in every nation, even to this day? Well, because we are the covenant people. From the beginning, Yahuwah chose a people, not because they were perfect, but to be a light to the nation, a witness of his name, and set apart priesthood. In Deuteronomy 7:6, for you are a holy people unto Yahuwah Elohaka. Yahuwah has chosen you to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth. But the nations reject Yahuwah's order. They envied, hated, rebelled, not just against the people, but against Yahuwah's choice. So when the tribes were scattered to the four corners of the earth, the hatred didn't just stop. It increased. When Israel disobeyed the covenant, Yahuwah said clearly they would scatter among all nations in Deuteronomy 28:64, have no ease, rest, or peace, as in verse 65, sold as bondmen and bondwomen, as in verse 68, and become an astonishment, bywords and proverbs in verse 37. These curses have followed the descendants of Israel, especially the scattered black and indigenous people of the Americas, Caribbean, Asia, and Africa, because the nations profit off their captivity and keep them in spiritual blindness. Well, the world hates Yahuwah's identity. Yahushua told us something very critical in John 15:18-19. If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hates you. The world doesn't just hate a people, they hate the name, the Torah, the truth, and the remnant who will still carry Yahuwah's mark. So they created false narratives. They painted the Messiah as white. They renamed the people of the book. They gave Yisrael's identity to impostors. They called the real tribes Gentiles, slaves, cursed, criminals, thugs, and nobodies. The war isn't just racial, it's spiritual. The enemy, Hasatan, knows once Yisrael wakes up, his time is up. Because they are in the four corners, hidden but marked. In Isaiah 11:12, he shall set up an ensign for the nation. He's going to set up a sign, a banner, some type of light. He's going to show those who are awake, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Yehudah from the four corners of the earth. Wherever the tribes are scattered, they are marginalized, imprisoned disproportionately, denied history, land, identity, and truth, murdered, exploited, and ghettoized. From Black American, Afro-Caribbeans, Afro-Brazilians, Aboriginals, dark-skinned Indians, Pacific Islanders, Bantu, Limba, Zulu, and other African tribes. The story is the same: scattered, hated, and silenced. This world was built on lies and empire. The nation know who Israel is and have made it their mission to keep them broken, divided, and asleep. In Psalms 83:4-5, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yisrael may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against you. The world powers enslaved them, renamed them, stole their land, stole their identity, stole their covenant, made Christianity and Islam into tools of oppression, rewrote history, all while giving the fake Israel the spotlight. Because the enemy fears the awakening, Satan fears the true tribes waking up to who they are. In Revelations 12:17, and the dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Elohim and have the testimony of Yahushua HaMashiach. The woman is Yisrael. The remnant are those who awaken, return to Torah, and believe in Yahushua, not the Roman version, but the true Hebrew Messiah. When they awaken, the nations will be judged, the remnant will be sealed, and Babylon will fall. So the enemy keeps attacking you with lies, laws, poverty, violence, division, and religion. So here's some final scriptures to understand the hatred. Lamentations 5:1-2. Remember, O Yahuwah, what has come upon us. Our inheritance is turned to strangers, our house to aliens. Deuteronomy 32:26-27. I said I would scatter them into corners. I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Jeremiah 17:4. And you, even yourself, shall discontinue from your heritage that I gave you. This is what happened. So my final word, but that their hatred is temporary, but judgment is coming. Yahuwah is allowing it for a season because of disobedience and prophecy. But in Isaiah 14:1-2, for Yahuwah will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel, and they shall rule over their oppressors. And Zechariah 2:8, he that touches you touches the apple of his eye. Those who hate, enslave, and mock the true tribes will face judgment. And Yahuwah is waking up his people across the earth. Are you waking up? Because you should be hearing Yahuwah's voice right now.